Welcome back to the Microbits Basics course. I'm Helen. Today we're going to dive deeper into our coding experience and learn about radio and Bluetooth. Microbits can communicate to each other and to other devices, meaning that we can use them for all sorts of cool things. I've used connected microbits to make games, send secret messages, and even make a remote-controlled, gesture-activated robot unicorn. By the end of this video, you will understand the basics of the microbit radio function, communicate between microbits, and use examples to explore how effective this kind of communication can be. Are you ready? I love sending emojis to my friends using my phone, so I thought it'd be fun to recreate this experience using our microbits. We're going to be using two microbits with the same piece of code. When you write code that isn't based on an output that you can see, it can help to add in some simple visual cues to your code to make sure that your microbit is working and the batteries are charged. So, I'm going to add a simple command that will light up some LEDs when the device is connected to its power source. Here, I'm using the onStart and showIcon blocks. We also need to make sure that the microbits can communicate with each other by setting the radio group. The microbit can only talk or listen to one radio ID or group at a time. Your code should look like this. Now, let's code the A and B buttons and assign an image to each of them. Before we can do this, we'll need to get rid of that tick icon. We can do this by adding the clear screen block from the basics section. Then, you need to use a block called radio send string from the radio section. In my code, I'm going to use a snake and a giraffe. You'll need to type in the name of the animals, which you can do by dragging and dropping a text block from the text section into the radio send string. Your code should look like this. Our next task is to let the microbit know what to do when it receives a message from another microbit. Grab the onRadioReceived block from the radio section. Next, we'll need to use another conditional statement. This is just like when we made the rock, paper, scissors game in the earlier video. As usual, we'll also need a comparison block where we put the variable received string. And a text box where we'll type in snake. The last thing we need to do is add in the icons for the snake and the giraffe. Before we transfer the code to your microbits, let's make sure it works in the simulator. As you can see, there are now two devices displayed. Great! Now save your project and transfer it to your devices. Radio and Bluetooth functionality on your microbit is very powerful. Experiment with your microbits to test their limits. Can you teleport your animals over longer distances? How about through walls? And what happens when you add in more microbits? Once you're familiar with this technology, it's time to get creative. What could you make that would inspire your class to get really excited? Check out the Microbit website for more inspiration. In the next video, we're going to take a look at using the microbits pins to add in external outputs. I'll see you soon.